Newcastle this weekend, obviously. How do you use the disappointment and the frustration of what happened at Kingsholm on Saturday against Sale in a positive way for this weekend?
Yeah, well, I mean, firstly, Newcastle, they obviously had an outstanding start back in the Premiership, and they're a well-organised team who play really good rugby. And I think, I take my hat off to them. I think their set piece is very good, and they play to their strengths. From our point of view, when we look at the game from the weekend, we played good rugby, and for 78 minutes of the game we were winning. So, obviously we're extremely disappointed with the outcome of it. But if we break it down as a game, there's some bits in the first half we felt we didn't quite maximise the pressure we had Sale under, and there was probably 15 minutes at the start of the second half where good teams are always going to have a good patch, and I thought they had a really good patch, and we just about dealt with it, but we probably weren't strong enough for that period to rule out any things that were out of our control at the back end of the game.
And as you try and get to where you want to be, are the last few steps that you've got to take to be able to get to be winning regularly, are they the hardest steps?
I don't know if they're the hardest steps. I think we're working hard on so many areas at the moment that things come together when they come together. I think the boys are very upbeat, very positive, as are the coaches. So we would love to have nicked that game not nicked that game. We'd love to have won that game on the weekend. And we'd love to win a few more, but as you say, I think it's not easy. It's not easy to win any games in the Premiership or Europe for that point of view. So it's a tough part of it when you lose like that. But I think we were on track to win that game, and I don't think we fell short because of any lack of intent or detail on our behalf, if I'm honest with you.
Newcastle obviously lost to Bristol for the first time in the Premiership this season. They've not won. Does that mean that they'll be angry, frustrated, point to prove, all of those cliches within sport as well?
Well, I think that's how they've come up, into the Premiership. And like I say, they've done a good job. They've come up angry with a point to prove, I think, and it shows in their performances. I thought they were actually really good against Bristol. And, they had a few players off there, but they delivered a really comprehensive game. Bristol were obviously an extremely good team and managed to win. So I don't think Newcastle's frame of mind will have changed from what it was from when they first came up, to be honest.
And Dean Richards obviously knows the game, knows the Premiership, knows how to win it. What's it like pitting your wits against someone like him who's, you're completely at different ends of your coaching careers?
Yeah, he's been around a little bit longer than me, obviously, and he's like you say, he's won lots of things, and he's seen all areas of the game. So yeah, it's a challenge. I think we've got lots of experience in the room as a coaching team, albeit not as long as Dean. So we're doing our best to pick Newcastle apart. And as I say, we know it's a big challenge because we know they're well drilled. And as you say, Dean's got a hold of it, and he knows what areas make you a good Premiership team and what to focus and put your energy into. So our challenge is to match that and work out where can we break them down.
And obviously there's the artificial surface up there as well. Does that sort of change anything, or does that actually just give you some certainty in terms of what you're going to be playing on? Obviously the weather can still be anything up there though.
Yeah, of course. The weather is we can't predict what the weather will be, and we know, as you say, up there it can be windy and wet and all the rest of it, which is just part and parcel of being a pro. But in terms of the artificial surface, we know the ball bounces slightly different. The scrums and things become slightly different, but we've had to train on an artificial surface quite a lot in recent weeks anyway, due to the weather here. So it's not something we're worried about from that point of view.